Imagine a man who combined the swagger of Evel Knievel, the chiseled body of Mickey Mantle, and the cool persona of Paul Newman, all rolled into one. But who was he? He wasn't an actor, an athlete, or a daredevil. Actually, he was my mailman, and his name was Bill Connolly, but we called him Hustler. This is a Tough Kid Tale. It's the summer of 1977. There's a heat wave, a blackout, the son of Sam, the death of Elvis. But in our little cozy corner of Ramsey, New Jersey, there's just us kids and Hustler. Picture suburban homes standing sturdy on green lawns. It's mid-morning, and every kid in the neighborhood is already outdoors playing, because that's what tough kids did. Outside all day, home when the streetlights came on at night. It's July something, and the neighborhood is crawling with kids. Music is coming from a transistor radio. Look familiar? We stay hydrated by drinking from a garden hose. Bad bacteria? Don't make me laugh. It's so hot we open a lemonade stand. Kids are beginning to arrive from all over for a wiffle ball game. Some walk, some ride their bikes, still others arrive by air. We take wiffle ball batting practice as we wait his arrival. He always makes a big entrance. "Hey-o!" he calls out from his mail truck as he turns onto our street, Davidson Avenue. We cheer, and then we all rush him and surround Hustler's mail truck like he's Lindbergh after landing in Paris. He's wearing a light blue postal shirt and raises his arms over his head triumphantly. He flips out his cigarette onto the pavement, but to us, he looks like Mickey Mantle tossing his batting helmet. He approaches the wiffle ball field and announces, "Okay, everybody, stand at attention." All the kids line up. We face a home. Any home. They all have the American flag in the front yard. We place our hands over our hearts as Hustler belts out his rendition of the Star-Spangled Banner. Hustler has a deep baritone voice that reverberates throughout our neighborhood. For a brief magical moment in time, I actually believe that I'm standing on the grass at Yankee Stadium. Everything on the street has come to a standstill. Cars pull up curbside. Parents stand with their kids at attention. Even moms stop hanging laundry on the line out of respect. What? Didn't the mailman stop to sing the National Anthem at your house too? We're just getting started here, because Hustler was a complete nut, and so were we. Hey-o! Hustler is a powerfully built man with arms like Popeye and 70s baseball star Steve Garvey. He picks up a bat, and we send our best pitcher, Rick Ackerson, to fire a pitch across home plate. Hustler takes a vicious swing and hits a screaming line drive. The ball whistles like a rocket as kids watch mesmerized. It travels over the first house on Park Street. So does Hustler get back in his truck and leave? No, he stays to announce our game. We're just getting started here, tough kids, because you're not going to believe what happens next. I'll guarantee you two things. One, everything you see on this video actually happened in my childhood. And two, we all live to talk about it. Even make a movie about it. But before we get back to the Tough Kid Tale, I need you to do me a favor. Please subscribe to our channel, hit the bell notification, and of course, like and share this video. It all helps out with Uncle Al. More interest means more algorithm exposure until we reach our ultimate goal, Tough Kids, the movie, playing at a theater near you. So you might be wondering why we call Bill Connolly Hustler. I can assure you that the nickname had nothing to do with the Girly magazine. Although by that age, we already knew all about the Girly magazine. We had a creepy neighbor whose subscription arrived in the mail, and we would take sneaky peeks when we helped Hustler deliver the mail. "No looking at that stuff back there," Hustler would scold us. "There'll be plenty of time for that later on when you're married." Yeah, you heard me right. The kids actually delivered the mail on Hustler's route. It was like an assembly line in there. Kids sorting and stacking the mail. Hustler would call out the address, and we'd pass the mail up to the kid in the window, who would stick it inside the box. "We got ourselves a well-oiled machine here," Hustler would say proudly, as he took a sip from a Schlitz Tallboy. "Yeah, you heard me right." Hustler was drinking a beer in his truck as we delivered the mail. Where'd Hustler get the beer from? Well, from our parents, of course. Look familiar? I saved this Schlitz Tallboy from my childhood beer can collection. Hustler actually drank from this beer can. Strong, American, galvanized steel. Just like the men back then. Men have grown a little softer over the last 40 years. Too bad more men aren't tough like Hustler and taught us the values. To young kids like us, like how to be tough. Men today... Well, let's watch this clip from Jaws. Watch Captain Quint. He reminds me a little bit of Hustler.
Jesus H. Christ. Hey, Chief, let's drop another chum marker.
Our 1970s and 80s childhood was a much more robust time. Kids took risks. Parents allowed us to. We had a sense of adventure. Here's some girls walking the train tracks, alone. Another group of girls riding in the back of a pickup truck with their mom. A young boy driving a car. So it should come as no surprise that our parents let us deliver mail inside Hustler's truck as he drove around while drinking a beer that they provided for him. I mean, what could possibly go wrong? A couple hours and miles later, Hustler's eyes squinted from the rise of cigarette smoke. "Okay, who wants to drive the Iron Duke back to the neighborhood?" All the kids fought over the opportunity to be the person who drove. Hustler did a eeny, meeny, miny, mo. I mean, the man wanted to be fair, right? So he ended up picking me. "Okay, Johnny boy, keep it under 25 and try not to hit anything. The postmaster might get upset at that." And that's how I learned how to drive. I was 12. By the way, Hustler's famous "Hey-O" chant predated the bleacher creatures of Yankee Stadium by some 20 years. I hope those fans that watch this video appreciate that. Maybe even put Hustler in the roll call. So now it's time to tell the story that made Bill Connolly a legend in Ramsey, New Jersey. Kids would come running when Hustler screeched up to our homes and yelled, "Calling all kids! We got a 3-alarm fire! Quick, jump on the back!" We'd all fearlessly pile on the back of the mail truck, jumping onto the dangerously narrow ledge, grasping onto latches and straps and anything that would keep us from falling off. "Hold on tight, everybody! We got a fire to go put out!" Hustler, wearing a fireman helmet, would make a high-pitched siren sound as he tore down the street. We were no longer kids. We were now brave firefighters as the mail truck was magically transformed into a real-life fire engine. Tough kid imagination, baby. It can take you anywhere. The lunacy hit its ultimate high when from out of nowhere, with the kids on the back of the truck screaming in terror and joy, Hustler breaks out into Elvis Presley's "Love Me Tender." Just picture this. The man's wearing a fireman's helmet, drinking a Schlitz Tallboy, going, "Love me tender, love me true," as he's tearing through the streets of Ramsey, New Jersey. Willy Wonka had nothing on Hustler. And then it happened. A freight train is coming down the tracks, right across from the Ramsey Lumber Company. "Hold on tight, everybody! We have to beat that train across the tracks!" We're screaming, holding onto the straps for dear life as Hustler floors it. So at this point you must be thinking, where were your parents throughout this whole thing? We have no idea where the hell our parents were. What the hell is this? It takes a village, doesn't it? Well, Hustler was part of the village. Imagine the reaction of people today if they witnessed a bunch of kids dangling off the back of a truck like kites as their crazy mailman, wearing a fireman's helmet, sang Elvis songs. In the summer of 1977, we were all tough kids, and we all had the greatest tough kid riding around with us in his magical mail truck. Our generation endured bloody noses, broken bones, and crazy adventures, but we were fearless and free. It was the summer of 77. What a time to be 12. What a time to be alive. Thanks for the memories, pal.